In today's Consumer Watch, we're watching out for your money. With the historic flooding we've had on the Gulf Coast, many people are trying to rebuild their homes. That means scammers could try to take advantage. Even if you didn't get flood damage, you may need a contractor at some point to work on your house. Our Candace Murphy is going to show you some red flags to make sure you're hiring the real deal.
It's a scene that's become too familiar in parts of the Gulf Coast. People are having to strip their homes inside and out and rebuild after the historic flooding 2 weeks ago. But before you hire a contractor, do your homework. Talora Crenshaw with the Better Business Bureau says if a contractor seeks you out, something probably isn't right.
If somebody calls you, if they solicit you, that should be a red flag. Most reputable roofers or general contractors will tell you that they have more than enough business.
When you do speak with a company, gather as much information as possible about the business and make sure they're licensed.
Contact the Attorney General's office, contact the local municipality and find out about the company's business license. Call the Alabama Board of General Contractors to make sure that they have a general contractor's license, or if that is necessary for their particular level of work that they're doing.
Crenshaw says you need to get business and customer references. Don't let the company rush you into making a decision, and don't pay up front.
Have them put that in writing and make sure that you understand what's in writing before you sign anything. With scammers, they try to get as much money as possible up front, and then once they get that money, you won't hear from them again.
Crenshaw says most scammers target the elderly, people who are retired, and homeowners.
Again, that was our Consumer Watch reporter, Candace Murphy. So 3 key points there. One is if the business contacts you handing out flyers, leaving business cards, that could be a red flag. Another one is get the information about the business from the Chamber of Commerce and BBB, as you heard. And lastly, if you do think you're being scammed, make sure that you report it.
You know, when I was a reporter before we started Studio 10, I did numerous stories just like this. And it doesn't even have to be around times when we have some severe weather. They're coming around all the time. Just, hey, I noticed that you have a crack in your driveway. I just remember this was one story that I did. An elderly couple. If I could have gotten my hands on those scammers, it was so sad. They lost so much money because these guys came by. You have a crack in your driveway. We'd like to fix it. Got the money up front, and the guys never went back. And it just broke my heart. But they are doing it, so always be aware, especially now, as Candace mentioned.
Yeah, great report there, so make sure you note all those tips.